Hi, thanks for listening to the Listen Up Girl podcast, where every week, sometimes twice a week, I bring you all the LGBTQ plus news that you didn't know that you needed. So, my first story is a local story for me because I live in Boston, and it is about a bar called Danny's that has just opened up. Danny's is, and why is this so special? Because Danny's is the first lesbian bar that has opened up in decades in the area. So this bar was 2 years in the making, and Danny's has branded itself as a space for sapphic, trans, and non binary community members. So I wasn't sure what the word sapphic, and hopefully I'm saying that correctly, meant, but it is an umbrella term that is used to refer to women who are attracted to women or in relationships with other women, regardless of their sexual orientation. It can also refer to transgender and non binary people who identify within this spectrum of attraction. So, Danny's Queer Bar is opened. I'm so happy for it. I hope the whole community actually goes in and supports it. I love it that we have this. This bar is actually joined what they're calling the lesbian bar renaissance, where there has been over a dozen queer women bars that have opened across the country since COVID has come out. So good luck, Danny's. Maybe I will stop in just to check out the scene, but you have my support 100%. So the next story, when I first started reading, and I'm like, oh, this is so great. Pennsylvania is such a swing state, and you never know how things are going to go in that state. And they have opened up a gender neutral bathroom in a middle school. I thought this was a fantastic news until I started reading more into the story. So you would have thought this was a step forward. However, the school had decided to install a big window looking into the bathroom. While the stalls are still private in this area, the whole sink area and the rest of the bathroom is wide open for anybody walking by can look into the bathroom. So I asked myself, why would they install this for students? And as I kept reading, they said that they're doing this for student safety, and they want to make sure that students are not vaping or doing drugs in the bathroom or skipping class. So my next question to myself was, were they doing this for the boys or girls or men's and women's bathrooms where they're putting these big windows? And if not, why not? Because those same students that they think could be in the bathroom vaping, doing drugs, and skipping class could be doing the same thing in the boys and girls bathrooms. So it makes no sense. Seems very strange to me that they would target the kids that are using the gender neutral bathroom. Anyway, my next story is I'm very excited about is a sequel to Devil Wears Prada is kicking off on November 30th. Miranda Priestley, Meryl Streep, who played Miranda Priestley in the movie, has signed on, along with Emily Blunt, who was her assistant in the movie, have already signed on to the project. The producers are waiting to see if Anne Hathaway and Stanley Tucci are going to be on board. And this movie is going to fast forward to the end of Miranda Priestley's career. She was head of Runway magazine, which was kind of supposed to be the Vogue. And she is competing with Emily Blunt's character, who has had a high rise in her career in the fashion world, in the fashion magazine world. So the two of them, it sounds like they're going to be competing in the movie, and I think it's going to be an excellent movie, and I can't wait for it. Again, filming starts for that November 30th, so we're probably more than a year, or probably a year and a half away until we actually see the movie. So Ryan Murphy has come out recently of talking about his show on Netflix called Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story. And he has given the brothers who killed their parents over 30 years ago a ton of attention. Ryan has actually been quoted saying that the Menendez brothers should be sending flowers to him because he has brought them more attention than they have had in the last 30 years. Because Kim Kardashian has gone to law school and she has been in these programs where she is trying to speak out for people that she thinks should be freed, has now stepped into the spotlight supporting the Menendez brothers. And for those of you that don't know, Kim went to law school, was taking the baby bar, trying to become a lawyer. And she actually does some good things for people that probably shouldn't be in prison anymore. And she stepped up saying that the Menendez brothers, who were abused sexually by their father and mentally and physically abused, after 30 years, they should be freed. So the LA District Attorney Office is now looking and reevaluating the case to see what they can do. So some partially good news that just came out is that 90% of parents are now supporting trans children. However, more than half of them are still being bullied at school. I love it that 90% of parents are supporting their children for being who they want to be. But kids, no matter what, are always mean. So it's not surprising they're still being bullied. But at least the parents are starting to come around and support. And other LGBTQ plus gay news around bars, there was a bar that opened in August in Asheville. Unfortunately, after being open a little over a month, it has been shut down. The owner, Brandon Davis, and his partner invested over $200,000 into the bars after years of planning. However, Hurricane Helene came through and completely destroyed their business. I've seen pictures of their bar online. It's not salvageable at all. I feel so bad for these guys, and they were still trying to pay their employees. Him and his husband Brandon were working at a coffee shop trying to make money. They have personal loans for opening the business. They have a car payment. They have a mortgage, and now they have no business to pay for any of this. Luckily, someone started a GoFundMe account. You can find the link for their GoFundMe in the description of this podcast. But the GoFundMe account has raised already over $180,000 for them, and they've had over 5,600 people that have donated to the campaign. So the couple have received a huge outpouring of support and love from the community, and they hope that they can find a new space to rebuild in the future. So I feel really bad after all the work that Brandon and his husband put through, but it just makes my heart feel so good that people have stood behind him and have gone and donated to the GoFundMe. So if you have a few extra dollars, go into the link into the description of this podcast and donate a little bit of money to them. Also, I would like to say, don't forget, voting is very, very close. And I want you to make sure that you go out and vote, and because every vote counts. And there is a video that I found on TikTok that I'm going to play you the audio for. And if I have watched this video like 20 times, and if this doesn't make you want to vote, nothing will. So take a listen.
So I had to jump on here to share with you all the real gay agenda just so everybody's informed. If you all get in this voting booth in November acting like you don't have any sense and we lose our right to love who we want to love, we're taking your man. We're taking your woman. Imagine coming home to your family house and I'm in your dad's recliner. I've smashed your mom. She's baking me cookies. I'm just petty enough to do it. Or your dad. Because I'm at the age where I can have both you, them, and your younger sister Ashley that just turned 26. All of them can get it. Huh? Imagine your wife who don't want to be with you anyway, but society says she has, runs off with a gay man to live her best life in a mansion with poodles. No worries. Huh? Trans woman, trans man taking your whole family unit apart because you want to play. I just want to tell you all that is the real agenda for the alphabet game. Keep playing with us. You need to get in that booth and vote like you have some sense, okay? Our rights depend on it, and I'm not playing with you. You look up, and I got Barbara upside down. Now you mad. Keep that same energy. If I can't do what I want to do, I'm going to do everything else, okay?
This woman's message is so brilliant. I just love the way that she came up with this, because let me tell you, if Trump wins, I may go out and try to steal your wife, because all these straight women, and I know, love a gay man. They think we dress better than the straight men do. We take better care of ourselves. We like shopping. We like doing all the things. We'll go to the spa. We'll do pedicures together. And you know what? I may steal your wife if Trump wins. So you better not vote for Trump. You better vote for Kamala. And if anybody does, if Trump wins, watch your wife. So anyway, thank you so much for listening to my podcast. Be sure to subscribe to my podcast, Listen Up Girl, on your favorite podcast platform. Also follow me on my Instagram at The Real Zach RE. And be sure to visit my website, listenupgirl.com. Thanks so much for listening, and talk to you next week. Thanks.
Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada.